Hello, beautiful. It's raining here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cozy. I like it. I had a dream last night that I was with my masculine. We were walking along arm in arm, and I had the number 24 on the back of my shirt. So I'm looking up what 24 means. Everything that happens in my life is also correlating for you guys as well. If you guys don't know about that, like some of you are just beginning readers and stuff, or beginning doing this type of work, when your life becomes like very magically synchronistic and everything that happens to you also correlates to everybody that you connect to. It's really, really amazing when you start seeing it. Not everything, but you start to intuit what plugs in where and what it's about. They just said the word whole, WHOLE. So since we're all one, just don't segregate. Oh, this is my life and it applies only to me. But you also have to learn not to be biased as well. It's kind of a dance because you don't want to be biased by your own opinion in the ways that you don't want to ever be biased on anything negative. Let's just say that, like anything that's, you got burned really bad in love. You don't believe in love anymore. That doesn't mean that you go put the kibosh on everybody else's love life, for example. Because everybody, just give the most unbiased information possible. So just because you got burned just recently or something, don't go tell that to everybody in your readings. Like, oh, he'll probably burn you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about bias. I'm talking about deliberate signs and synchronicities and things like that happen, things that pop in your head just before you get in a reading, or things that occur to you while you're doing the reading that seem like you probably like, oh, well, that's having to do with my life, so it doesn't pertain. It's not true. If they give you that flash, even if it's about you and your masculine, then share the story. You don't have to necessarily say, but use the story that they're showing you, because they even put you through things in life so that you can share them with people because they need to hear whatever the message is. So let's just say, your masculine just went through something or just found something out or something like that. And so you go to talk to someone and they're wondering whether something has happened or it hasn't happened or whatnot. So then then they might flash that through your face, like what just happened to him, like boom. And you'll be like, oh my gosh. And you'll think, if you're not skilled at this, you'll wonder if that's you bringing your own personal life into it, but it's not. It's actually you being reminded or shown that so that you can, share that. So you can say, hey, it could be this. It could be that he just found out that. You know what I mean? I know I'm being vague, but that's on purpose. Trying to keep it really general so you get the idea. Anyway, I thought I'd do something kind of fun today. Oh, and if you guys haven't been on my Patreon, I do at least 4 extra videos every month. So feel free to get on there. Very affordable, and you get all the extras every month. And I don't know, it's been kind of fun. I like it. And I've gotten some good feedback as well. So check it out. It's at www.patreon.com/Amy Satori. Also, if you kind of want to find out some things about our current events, you can go to BitChute, bitchute.com/Amy Satori, or just put me in the search, put my name in the search. And I have, I've got some educational materials on there, talking in code. Also, there is a really awesome website. It's about like you knowing your rights and legal rights that you guys have at this time. So you can go to that website. It's hackingtheheadlines.com. So check it out. It's really cool. She put up a YouTube video that I listened to this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. And if you guys haven't heard the roundtable yet, I highly suggest going to http:// London Real, REAL.TV/round table. It's a discussion that a bunch of doctors had about what's going on right now, so you can be informed. All right. Anything else? Okay, so I thought I'd do something fun though, and I'm going to read 2040 in just a second. But I thought it'd be so cool to do a pick-a-deck, but it's not really a pick-a-deck. It's like a pick-a-girl, pick-a-feminine. Because I'm going to read into, I think 3. Is it 3, guys? Yeah. They want me to read into 3 different feminines and advice for each of you, according to like where you're at or what I feel into. Won't that be fun? Okay, so number 24. Additional angels are surrounding you right now, helping you stay optimistic no matter what is going on around you. Wow. The angels know the magical power of faith, and they're releasing any negative thoughts and emotions to give you a clear path for the manifestation of your desires. I thought I'd just mention this too real quick. This is going to be the longest video ever, but it's great information. So I've been like astral traveling lately, and I guess I've been doing it without even knowing, because it's so easy for me that it's just like I just go there. I wanted to see, like, I think it's important that we contact our extraterrestrial friends on the other side, or any guides or angels or anybody on the other side that you guys want to connect with. Super important right now, but especially extraterrestrials, because if you start having a relationship with them now, it's going to be easier for you to discern like BS versus the real ones that are talking to you, when there starts being some chaos about that in the future, which there will be. I think there's going to be, there's fake spaceships, just so you guys know. There are fake spaceships. There are, are like aliens can fool you, extraterrestrials can fool you. So you got to really learn to use your instincts. And the more familiar you are with the benevolent, the good extraterrestrials, then you'll know the vibe. You'll know these ones versus those ones pretty clearly, just like you start to learn the narcissist versus the good guy, the sweet person. Who has maybe, can be selfish sometimes, but they're not this person over here that doesn't have any empathy at all, for example. So start to get to know your star family, try to do some astral travel, try to do lucid dreaming, anything that you can to really connect with the other world. You can heal a lot of subconscious fears. You can zip through a lot of karma if you're aware of your dreams. Last night I set a certain intention for my dreams. And then I did some astral traveling, and really I'm learning about it in the Call to the Lightworkers book that I've been reading. I don't know. Oh, it's over somewhere else. I don't know where it disappeared to. I just read it last night, but to astral travel, I guess this is to all you feminines. Like, I guess this is for all you guys, because, yeah, they're having me say it. It's basically just lay on your back and relax, put your hands to your sides or just in a comfortable position. Then you imagine your body raising up out. You take a destination, like imagine someplace you want to go. I went to Arizona. I just think it's so beautiful there, and all the red rock and everything. And I just imagine being like kind of in a Grand Canyon setting, just with red rocks everywhere. I don't know where this is. I don't know what the place is, but it was really beautiful. In my mind's eye, it just came to me that there was like this, there was like a cliff, and I was at a cliff. Anyway, so I picked the place, and then I picked the intention. And then I just laid down, and I imagined my body floating up out of my physical body. So my astral body came up and was laying there, and then it went zoom, and it just flew right over to Arizona, someplace in Arizona that looks like the Grand Canyon. That's really red. It's gorgeous. Anyway, so I was at the edge of this cliff, and I was standing there like, okay, well, what now? And my intention was to connect with my higher self. And you know how Celeste has that, she's the ambassador of like 60 galactic beings. I just wanted to have a meeting with them and discuss some things. And I was on the cliff, and all of a sudden I saw something kind of shimmer in front of me. It was invisible, but it shimmered. And I was like, oh my God, it's like an invisible spaceship. That's freaking awesome, right? So I took a step, and I just knew. It was so cool. I was really confident. I wasn't scared at all. I just knew I was supposed to go up these steps into the ship. I don't know why there were steps, because you would think I'd just go in, but maybe that's what my brain needed. I don't know. So I took these steps up into the ship, invisible steps. It was so cool. And it was off the cliff. So and I'm scared of heights. So I was like on the edge of the cliff, and I stepped off the cliff up these invisible steps, looking down at this huge canyon. And it didn't scare me one bit, not at all. Not even a little. I wasn't even concerned. When I snapped out of it, I was like, holy crap, I would have been scared in real life. But no, I just walked right up on the ship, and then they had their big, like I usually do hold meetings with them and stuff, but there was like this big oval table. I sat down, and I just sat down, and I put my arms on the table, and I just put my head down on the table. I was like, what is going on right now? And I like rounded all their faces, and they're just, of course, like totally mellow. I was like, all right, why am I the only one freaking out? I wasn't really freaking out, but you know what I mean. I was just like, and I asked them all kinds of questions. And I mean, I was just like, well, what about this? And what about that? And what's going to happen with this? And then what do I say about that? And then what about, and then, what do you guys want me to do? What do you don't want me to do? What should I know about what's coming up? What should I do about this? What should I do about that? And what's the objective? Like, what do you guys need me for? Why am I even going through this? Why am I being put through this? Like, am I supposed to do this, or am I supposed to do that? And I was just like asking all these questions, and they just answered like boom, 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 boom. And you have to have a very open mind in terms of their answer, because you're not going to hear some voice. You're not going to hear like, I don't know. I didn't even really get like necessarily like words getting written, although I do see that sometimes. It was more my own voice speaking back to me. Of course, this was my higher self for the most part. She channels like everybody from the table. She collects a message and channels it down. And I just got 338 for some reason, just jumped in my head. You got to pay attention when stuff jumps in your head like that and act on it immediately. That's what you're going to learn to have to do coming up here. So basically I just went in front of the council meeting, collapsed, and then asked a million questions like some little inquiring kid. And then I felt much better, and I was like, okay, all right, I got this, I can do this. And then I left, and then I like came up, I just imagined my body going back in my body, my astral body going back in my physical body. So So I had all these answers and stuff reeling around in my head. And then I was just like, could you expand on that or confirm some of the things that we talked about in our meeting in my sleep? And I had dreams all night, and I wasn't remember. I was trying really hard to remember them, and I was having little flashes of them and stuff. It was weird. 2 nights ago, I had Keanu Reeves, and he was helping, which is kind of, I think it was a symbolic thing for like the Matrix or something. I don't know. But last night, my masculine was there, and just basically, we were apparently going to go live together or something. I don't remember all of it, but I dreamt about all kinds of different things all night. But anyway, so you write it down. You just have like a pen and paper next to your bed, and you just write it, whatever you can remember. Even if you go to the bathroom several times, like maybe keep a pad of paper and a pen in the bathroom, and just write it down. Anything that you can, even if you just saw like a shoe or a belt or a person's shirt or like flowers or anything that you saw, make sure that you write it down, because it's going to help engage your memory, help you remember, and it's going to help with your healing. 338 is open your arms to receive all of the gifts the Ascended Masters are sending you. It's safe for you to receive. There is a really good video you guys should all watch. I don't care if you're the feminine or the masculine watching this. Definitely go to, actually, it's on my Patreon, and it's free. It's public on Patreon. So you can go there to check it out. If you're not sure which one I'm talking about, I've got some really good videos on there. So just go to patreon.com, look up Amy Satori, or you just do /Amy Satori, And then there's 2 Byron Katie videos. One of them is about like being against the administration and stuff like that. She works on this guy for like an hour. It's really, really good talk. The other one is a guy who's talking about how he doesn't feel worthy. Like he's always comparing himself with other men and like where they're at in their lives. And, you know, his dad was really hard on him growing up and all this stuff, but it would benefit everybody. Everybody across the board feels this way for one time or, you know, at one time or another. All right. Now they're saying 111. And then I promise I will get to this. I'm going to time stamp this. This number brings you the urgent message that your thoughts are manifesting instantly. So keep your mindset focused upon your desires. Give any fearful thoughts to heaven for transmutation. We are manifesting like crazy right now. I will have you say. It didn't make any sense. I will say, and I'm already saying, that the Schumann resonance has been going off the charts with everybody meditating and putting out love energy to the universe. I think that's absolutely freaking awesome. So what's happening is the dark side is scrambling around, freaking out because their end is coming. And so it's like an elevator rising to the top, and they know that they're about to get squashed when it hits the top. So they're just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, we have to produce a bunch of fear. We have to produce a bunch of threats. We have to produce a bunch of, it's like they're coming from all angles, trying to bring our vibration down, trying to scare us and keep us down here to keep alive longer. Does that make sense? Because it's like when they get to the top, they're squashed. We're going to go right floating through the ceiling, but they're not. So it's like they're freaking out, trying to do anything that they possibly can to keep us in fear or keep us in limbo or keep us wondering what's going on. It's like, if you think about the devil energy, the devil's not going to come to you and say, hey, guess what? I'm the devil. Come be tempted by all these things necessarily. The devil's very clever. The devil is going to appear as something that you might even want, or something that's going to keep you safe, or something that's going to, the devil is very, very clever, but what the devil wants, and this is what you have to keep your mind on, and keep thinking about, like, what the devil wants is for you to be confused and afraid and to not know what to do and to just give your power away and give your freedom away. So just think about that. Just think about that. And they lie. The devil is a really good liar, really good liar. They're very skilled at lying. And for those of us who are light workers, we tend to think that, we hope that people are just good-hearted people, right? We just think that everybody out there is just like us. But just like we got hooked into those narcissists of the past and the psychopaths and sociopaths, we did that for a reason, and they triggered us for a reason, because we're sweethearts and we're gullible sometimes. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say. If you guys want to know more, just let me know. Okay, so feminines. Okay, so there's going to be, I wish you guys could hear the rain. Okay, there's feminine 1, 2, and 3. So feel into which one you are. Feminine 1, 2, or 3. Just pick a number. Okay, so feminine 1. I'm going to go into you, and I have 5 oracle decks. I've got mermaids and dolphins, messages from angels, romance deck, unicorn deck, of course, and then fortune reading cards. All right, feminine number 1. Wow, you guys hit the jackpot. What are these? What? Holy crap. Wow. You guys are about to have your wishes come true. Jeez. So you guys saw me shuffle or heard me shuffle a bunch. This is about your dreams coming true, your wishes being fulfilled. This is having your dreams come true. This is having all your material needs met, everything you've ever wanted, dog, cat, kids, all of it. And then this is marriage, or having a lot of faith in something, or really learning something, or being spiritual about something. And it is also a twin flame signifier. Jeez. Okay. So I'm going to set those, and they said yes. One word for me is a yes. You guys can borrow that if you want. That's craziness, right? So what are these feminines? I mean, isn't that all those feminines need to know? Do we even need to go further than that, Spirit? Okay, so for those of you about to have your dreams come true, apparently, what do you guys need to know? What do you need to know? Alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So this is about manifestation. So whatever you've been doing, it's working. Remember how that number just said that you're manifesting very rapidly? So keep your thoughts on what you desire. Some of you guys, number one people, you guys are manifesting your desires rapidly. So keep it up. Like, keep thinking about what it is that you want, the desire that you want, the timeline that you want. Where do you want to, how do you want things to turn out? I mean, right now we're totally in limbo. All the cards thrown up in the air. So it's kind of exciting if you can get yourself out of worrying about the limbo and just really drop into your essence, your beingness beneath this personality and this meat suit. Then you've got that Midas touch. Just go for it, girl. Like, do your thing. Whether you could be, I'll tell you all the different ways that you can manifest what you want. There's so many. Healing. Byron Katie's work is incredible because it heals all your shadow stuff, all your fears and anxieties. If you've got PTSD or any kind of anything, I don't even care if it's just like any kind of fear. If you have any fear whatsoever, Byron Katie's work will help with it. And just buy one of her books, watch my video on it, just put in Amy Satori Byron Katie. It should come up, how to do her work. Get a pad of paper. Again, I don't have it in front of me, but a pad of paper with the spiral band at the top, if you can. Any paper will be fine. But just learn how to do it. It's very simple. It's very, very simple, and it's more effective the more you put into it. But I have to warn you, you have to write it down. Do not ever do it in your head. And two, definitely, like, your ego will try to get you not to do it. I mean, I have the worst time. Like, I've been trying to do it every single day just to release myself of any judgment of what's going on and to stay more neutral. And so it's like, as that's happening, I'll go to sit down and I'll be like, oh, but I got to open a window and let some fresh air in. Oh, but I got to go do this. Oh, but I got to go do that. Or maybe I should eat first. Or maybe, I mean, you guys wouldn't believe. Finally, I just have to like sit my butt down and force myself to sit down and do it. So there's also like just using the law of attraction. You could surround whatever condition you're in, you could actually like pretend that you're living another life in another world or in another, wherever you want to be. If you want to be at the beach or the mountains or someplace like that, imagine that you're living that life. Like, use your imagination, play like a kid that way. You could be doing any kind of guided meditation. You could be doing Qigong. Qigong helps you like crystallize your body as well. It helps you like shift into the 5D, which is awesome. I even have a resource on my resources page on my website if you guys want to check that out, as to a really good Qigong routine to do. Anything that basically any kind of meditation or any kind of mindfulness exercise is going to help you manifest. But the most important part, and affirmations are super powerful too. And I just did a video, if you haven't seen it yet, I did a video that's a guided meditation with affirmations. So you basically just be the voice of the video and just imagine all of it. And that's going to produce this great future for you as well and help alleviate some of the fears. Yeah. So focus on your healing and focus on staying positive. we're all gonna get down sometimes, or we're gonna like let your feelings out. If you feel sad or scared or anything like that, just go ahead and feel it, but be the observer of it. Just watch it ripple through you. Don't get hung up on it, and forgive yourself and be totally accepting of whatever it is. Oh, look, anger's here. Well, there's sadness. Just make it no big deal and validate yourself. Don't beat yourself up. That's like one of the worst things you could be in. One of the worst energies that you could. I mean, if you're going to beat yourself up, then I guess be aware that you're beating yourself up and be okay with it. You know what I mean? Just keep popping it back up again. Just keep doing that. It's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Yeah. So maybe you feel like, maybe you know some fearful people in your life. Maybe you know some people who are kind of freaking out or whatnot. And you're like the cool head. Great. Be the cool head. It's safe for you to be powerful. That's okay. And the more powerful that you are, the more you can hold that stance and hold that light for everyone going on around you, then the better for everyone, because we're all offering up somebody who has, like, let's just say somebody who's offering up fear to the world, because we're all offering up some kind of vibration, right? People in fear are like offering up a really dirty, yucky, sticky, gross penny. That's what they're offering up. It's really got no worth. It's like it can break something. Like if you throw it hard enough, I suppose, if you drop it from a big, tall building, it could bust through something. But pennies just don't have a lot of power. I mean, they can, but they're gross, they're yucky, they're full of, yeah. But if you are putting out this incredible vibration, like it sounds like you guys are, you're totally in your power. I mean, it's like having a bar of gold, and you're offering that up to the world. So which would you rather be offering up? Which would you rather be putting out there? And it's like, that's not even a good not a good enough analogy, because it's kind of like when you think about energy, it's just like fear is like meh, meh. And somebody that's in their power, holding the light, holding their vibration, keeping happy, keeping strong, not feeling guilty about it, just being like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm powerful right now. Radiating out that kind of energy is like, I mean, it's like this huge peace bomb that goes off everywhere. And it's raising the vibration of the planet. So even without doing anything, even if you're completely isolated all alone, and everyone else is freaking out around you, if you can hold that space, you would not believe what it's doing to transform everybody to a better place. It's raising everybody up to a quarter, raising everybody up to $100, raising everybody, you know what I mean? It's going to raise everybody up around you. So good job. Keep it up, man. It's also safe for you to love, and you might be loving. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Wow. We were just talking about how the levels go up like that. They're like, you're ready. What they just said is, you're ready for this. You're ready for this commitment. You're ready to get married. You're ready for this family. You're ready for all your wishes to come true. Just know that it's safe and it's okay for you to do this. Don't hesitate. When it's offered to you, don't hesitate. Just go for it. You're ready. Sometimes when it happens to us, we're just like, I don't know. Yeah, see, courage. You are safe. Again, with the safety. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. Don't be listening to people who make you afraid. Like people know that I am into truth. I'm very much into truth. I have to know the truth. As much as I can, I pray to know the truth in all things. And even the spaceship, like my crew on the spaceship last night, told me some truths that I didn't realize. I was like, oh, and they said, well, you've been praying to know the truth. And I'm like, oh my God, that's even beyond the truth that I knew. It's like, oh, okay. And they kind of laughed and they were like, well, as long as you're always open to the truth, you can always go to a higher level. So, but have courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. Fear is just a dirty, yucky, gross, disgusting penny. So set strong boundaries around anyone trying to offer you pennies. I was going to say, people know that I'm open-minded, and I get people sending me all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of stuff. But if they send me like, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe this is, if they sound like that, I'm like, I'll tell them, I don't want to hear this kind of stuff. Don't tell me about this kind of stuff. Like, if you're coming from a place of fear, I'm pretty much not going to listen to you. If you're talking about fact, or you're talking about something positive, or something that we can do, something we can be proactive about, or something that just educates and doesn't like come from a place of trying to scare you or anything like that. If it has a scare vibration, I've even gone to watch a certain video and it comes from that bum, bum, bum kind of feeling. I'm like, hell no, I'm out. Not because I'm scared of it, but because I know there's an agenda there. If they sound like they're pretty factual, and they might even warn you, like there's this really good video that kind of warns you, and it's like, you're gonna see some kind of not so great stuff. But hang in with us because the end is really great, you know? When they were coming from that and they were just presenting facts and that kind of thing, I was like, I'm all about it. Like, I want to learn more. I want to know. They provided a lot of proof. There was a lot of evidence. There was a lot of factual stuff there. Facts I'll listen to all day long. But anyway, yeah, that's how I judge it. Ask for support if you need it. Get more rest and nurture yourself, you guys. You've done a good job. It's like you work hard all day long to produce these good vibes and whatnot. So make sure that you really take good care of yourself, set those boundaries with those people who are trying to catch you up in their drama. That's also the way that evil works, is it tries to get to you through other people, through other fearful people. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. All right. Natural endings and beginnings. Take care with your health. So be just boosting your immune system however you can. That definitely stay. Oh my gosh. Definitely stay in that staying in the high vibration also boosts your immune system. If you can, be in your own little bubble world of happiness, and that's freaking awesome, then, it's okay for you to be powerful like that. But what was I going to say? This totally made me lose my train of thought. You're going to get proposed to. I feel like it's going to be soon. Thank God, right? You're like, where are they? Maybe some of you have been talking to your masculines. Some of you are just going to have something appear out of nowhere. Like, I had this really awesome thing happen yesterday. I was like, what? I'm watering my dirt. I call it watering my dirt because there's nothing actually growing yet, but I've been watering my dirt. And I was like 2 feet from the fence. And all of a sudden, I'm like looking around, and I was just watering, and boom, right in front of me that landed like 2 feet. I could have reached out and touched it, was a squirrel. It just landed right in front of me. And he went, bah! And he looked at me like, what are you going to do? And I was like, are you going to jump on me? And he's like, I was like, for just a second, I was like, what am I going to do if this thing jumps on me? Because it looked like he was going to for a second. I think he contemplated it. But he was like, he just jumped and he looked at me. And then he was like, He just walked along. Not even a cat would do that with a complete stranger. A cat wouldn't do that either. Just like jump up and just beat. It was so confident. I was like shocked. And then he just walks along the fence and just was looking at me. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, where did the squirrel come from in the first place? Why is he so confident? And then he goes and he does this really funny little stunt. He tries to jump in the bush next to me. And then he falls. And then I start cracking up. He was totally being a clown. He was trying to show off. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. And if I could have just reached out and petted it, I would have. And I watched him for a while, Then he went across the way and he starts eating. I didn't know that they actually like eat plants and stuff. I just thought they eat nuts. I don't know. But he went over to like a dandelion or something along the side, along the sidewalk, and he just started nibbling. And I was like, oh, you guys eat little plants like that. That's interesting. Anyway, it was really interesting. And so your masculine might just show up like that with a proposal. A romantic or business opportunities indicated. I think maybe both. Both. You get the rose. See that rose? You're going to get the rose. And I say that because that rose was there. And what that might indicate is there might be a lot of people vying for your man. If you've been worrying about that, then this could be a sign that he actually chooses you. So, yeah, let me just pick a card on that. Yeah, I got the moon and the Queen of Cups. The moon is, the moon was upside down, but it's like you were insecure. But if you get like emotionally intelligent, that's why he chooses you. He knows that the other person is a third party. He knows this person would even make him feel insecure, and it would just be an insecure, independent, like codependent mess with the other person, if there even is another person, another option or something. It's like he knows that person's insecure. But so don't be insecure, be emotionally mature. And that's why he picks you. Is you also make a good mom or stepmom. You're mature. And that's what he wants. And that's what Cupid's arrow is going to steer him towards. I guess unless he's got more lessons. I mean, but I just really feel like when I saw that rose, I just feel like he picks you. So don't worry, he picks you. Of course, this is a general reading. If you want a custom personal reading, then you can do that at amysatori.com/services. And I'd be happy to tell you about your own man or woman, because masculines can be women too. All right, so let's go to feminine number 2. Okay, tell us about feminine number 2. What does feminine number 2 need to know? All right. Ooh. Okay, feminine number 2 might have a karmic involved in her situation. Maybe she's getting ignored right now because of that karmic situation. But it's balancing out. They want you to just be really grounded and mature. Like, don't even worry about it. Just focus on yourself. She's not looking up. She's not looking at that karmic. She's not looking at nothing. She's just chilling. And she knows there's a little beginning there coming. So she's not worried about it. She knows that's all balancing out of its own accord. She's just trusting that. She knows that her masculine's in the background on the ship going, whoa, all over the place. But she's feeling that maybe. You might be feeling the ups and downs of that. You might be feeling his feelings and stuff. But you guys are going to have that new beginning. I looked down and saw the this is a card about the karmic. So that's why I said it's like whoever this divine feminine number 2 is with the karmic. He's definitely leaving her. He's definitely like standing up to her, defending himself against her, and you guys are going to have a happy family together. You're going to have what you want. You're going to have that reconciliation, and the devil is getting kicked off the wheel, and you're going to be apologized to, and you're going to get that heartfelt message from your masculine, who is then going to step in his power and take action. Okay, so it's the end of a difficult period, you guys. All right. So things are going to get balanced out. He knows you're a gift from God. He's going to stop ignoring you. So your job is to just be receptive. Just be receptive and chill. Focus on yourself, being really grounded, trusting, knowing you will receive in divine timing. Oh, wow. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So maybe this is a sudden change. Maybe this happens quite quickly. Maybe he just shows up and he's broken up with his karmic. In my dream that had happened, actually. He had just broken up, and he comes and puts his arm around me, and he's like, let's go. And it was just like we didn't even have to think about it. We just went right into a new life. So ready, set, go. All right. You're ready. Hang on a minute. Get ready. Get ready, too. Get rid of anything that you don't need anymore. If this is, just think about that. Think about your stuff in storage. Think about the stuff you've been holding on to. Anything that you think you realistically, with all these changes that have been happening and going on lately, just be like, will I ever really do that again? Will I ever really go? It's like, don't hold on to anything the way things were. You can always buy new things or get new things in different ways, but only hold on to what it is that you truly think you're going to be using going forward. If you haven't used it in a long time or don't really like it or it represents something uncomfortable for you from the past, just throw that out right now. Aurora, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon be inspired by your example. I feel like some of you are actually like having high hopes in your masculine. You guys believe in him. You believe he will fly and come to you, and you guys will. You have a lot of confidence in him overcoming the situation with the karmic, and you're just like, I believe in him. I know he's coming, and I'm gonna just be in that receptive space and just, you're gonna. This may threaten others because they're like, you should feel what we feel. That's stupid for you to believe in that. The guy hasn't even shown up yet. He never calls you, never talks to you, he's totally ghosted you. Forget it. Like, no. And it's like, it threatens them because they wouldn't do it in their own situation. And they certainly wouldn't love themselves through that. And they think you're crazy. So let them think you're crazy. You just go ahead and believe, because you will be inspiring those very people later. You will be helping them believe in love. They're being triggered by their own stuff because maybe they've been in situations where, it didn't work out for them, and they don't want that for you. They don't want you to get hurt, but it also brings up their past pain. You know what I mean? And they don't want to like relive it all over again and see you get abused or anything like that. But that's not what we're dealing with. And you know that. So don't even worry about what anybody thinks of this connection, either of you. Whether you're the masculine, listen to this for your feminine, or the other way around. Like, don't you guys even care for a minute what anybody thinks of your connection. Okay, mind feminine number 2, you're calling him in, girl. Your belief in him and you loving him and just being in that receptive space, being confident, being grounded, and being like, I know he's coming. I know he's coming. And just leaving it at that and not messing with it too much, and not being all desperate and in that desperate space. You're calling him in, girl. You're doing it. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it right. You might even be the one that's causing imbalance. Because as you work on your own healing and you work on your own stuff and you work on your own worthiness, because it feels like you are, if you're able to be all grounded and secure like you are, then you are healing him. Every time you have an epiphany or like, wow, anything like that, you are causing it in your masculine as well. Support, ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself as well. If you need to ask for help, you can do that. But I feel like you're going to be supporting those people who are naysayers. You're going to be helping them fly later, is what I get from this. You're going to show them. That's hilarious. So I just saw like 2 crows that looked like crows. They were black. And they just went flying by the window. They were chasing each other in this big circle and then took off. So crows warn of things. And maybe it was a warning of a fight or something. And maybe if you guys get in some kind of a tiff or a fight or disagreement, there a couple of them just went by when I said that again. Different ones, it looked like, because they were coming from a totally different direction. But if you should get in a disagreement or a fight, just get support from me or from somebody that you trust on how to best handle that situation going forward. I've been having more couples calling me. Yay! Thank you guys. And so I love like going along the journey with you guys. The more couples that I start seeing, I'm like, yeah, it's happening for everyone. So it's kind of exciting. I'll tell you guys this really funny story real quick. So I'm just talking to this feminine. She goes, oh my gosh, my masculine and I watch you all the time and we just love you. And she says, like, all your videos, we gather around and we watch your videos. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about like couples watching me, but that is so cool. And then she said, it was so funny at one point, I think it was my live last Monday. She says, you said something about having his hand on his junk and you started laughing. And she goes, at that very moment, I looked down and he had his hand on his junk. And he looked at me shocked. Like, what? Did she really just say that right now? And the two of them just started bawling, laughing. So, I'm telling you, those that are learning to use their intuition, like the stuff that comes flying out of your mouth accidentally isn't an accident. Okay, so freedom, live wild and free. Choose your freedom and claim your independence. So maybe these divine number twos have been getting caught up in some of that fear I was talking about. Set yourselves free though. Definitely like go to that one website that I talked about in the beginning. What was that called? I forget the name of it. Go back to the beginning though, and definitely go to that website and stake your claim on your freedom. Um, don't be held captive by fear. Don't be, you may have had a lot of loss in your life. You may have had there's something that's triggered you to be in fear sometimes, whether it be about your masculine or what's going on in current events, but whatever's triggering your fear, you got to look at that because it's making you biased. Because you're going to be celebrating soon. You need to be you got to be healing things on all levels. Celebration, a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success and enjoy your achievements. So far, outcomes for the feminines are looking pretty damn good. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently, you guys. Maybe in the next moon cycle. Again, about listening to your intuition and healing and stuff. So just be listening and move ahead confidently. Remember, what's coming to mind is earlier in the video I had said, when you get a number or when you get something that happens, like look it up immediately or do something about it immediately is what is coming to mind right now. Lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be sure to be true to yourself. Maybe one of the paths is you're going to make a decision on fear. You would make a decision on fear or enslavement. And the other path is leading to your freedom and liberation. Be sure that you listen to your intuition and what you decide to do. Follow your heart, they said, not your fear. All right. Divine Feminine number 3. They said you've been on the fence. It's not that you're totally buying into the fear, but some of the fear is, yeah. Watch the videos that I referenced earlier. It will ease your mind. Okay. Yeah, they just said also don't become a martyr or a victim. Some of the stuff that you guys might be learning right now it might be a little shocking, to realize there are some real bad guys out there, but don't make yourself a victim. You got to rise above that. You'll feel like it for a minute. For a minute you might be a little like, wow, okay. And some of you are like, do I really need to know all that? I think so. I think it's a really good idea that you know. But do it from an observer standpoint. Do it from some of you actually, if you are afraid, then yes, you need to look at it. Let's just put it that way. If you're totally in your power and you're some enlightened being and you're already past everything, then no, you don't need to look at that. You don't even need to, don't even worry about it. But if you're somebody who is just doing this because you're afraid, then you need to look at it because you're not going to be as scared once you see it. Do you know what I mean? We're more scared of what it could be than we ever are of what really is. So that's why you got to face that thing, some of you. That applies to you. Just don't be in denial. There's going to be a blessed change coming, you guys. Blessed change. And that's what my crew is telling me too. Okay. Mother healing for Divine Feminine number 3. We didn't pull any tarot cards though. But I guess if you've been healing some things with your mom lately, some of those issues have been coming up. Definitely get to the bottom of that. It'll help your union when you come together. Hey, Divine Feminines number 3, por favor. Ooh, damn. Oh my gosh. Is there a feminine that's not going to have a bright future? What? All right, so you got the Chariot, which is about everything balancing out and going forward confidently and swiftly into the future. It's about things going fast and balanced. This one's about you receiving some kind of a big offer. This could be a proposal. This could be marriage. It could be like any kind of a big gift. It could be you're given money. It could be, you get some kind of major contributor. But we are doing this in the light of, figuring out between you and your masculine. So that's a proposal or marriage, or he knows you're a gift from God. He's not about to let you go. He's going to offer you something. Whoa, that was lightning. Justice would imply that it would be marriage. And the Nine of Cups, it's something legal, marriage, maybe justice of the peace. Maybe you guys go get married real quick. Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. You lucky gals. Okay, now I didn't ask for the top 3 divine feminines. I was just going to go with 3 random feminines. It's the collective of those, the collective of those watching. So you guys must be of a high vibe if you're watching my channel. All right, so wow, a new dawn is coming for you guys. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Wow. They just said the best is yet to come. They just showed me like a journal. Are you guys writing in a journal or something? Whatever you've been thinking of or dreaming of, it's gonna manifest. Oh my gosh. I am leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps. I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Oh my gosh. What have I been talking about this whole time? Listen to your intuition. You will be led through, don't worry about, there are ways out of everything. There are ways to maneuver your way out of everything. Just always follow the light. Ignore the darkness and follow the light. And with that came Astara. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. You will achieve what you've been wanting to achieve, you guys. Beautiful. Romance God. Romantic feelings are getting stirred. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I feel like you're gonna finally see that your romantic feelings are reciprocated by your divine masculine. It's gonna be a relief. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh. So give your relationship a chance. I feel like some of you felt like that it could be unrequited or that they don't even know you exist or whatever you were thinking that was very doubtful. Don't doubt it. It's actually very real and it's coming. You guys are going to be getting to know each other soon. Yay. And even if you're like, well, we know each other, well, they're going to be not the same person. You guys got to give these people, anytime you guys start pigeonholing, and that means you say, well, that's not what my masculine's like. Oh, he would never do that. He would never say that. Don't do that to people. They could be somebody new anytime. Just because they've been a certain way in the past has no indicator of what's coming in the future, because people have the ability to shift dramatically overnight by having realizations and epiphanies and things. So give them a shot, give them a chance. Hope, stay positive. The worst is behind you. So it sounds like you guys have taken a hard hit on this, but they're just wanting to let you know to keep your face to the light like this unicorn. Even if you're surrounded by darkness. I mean, it's just, maybe you guys are in a really tough situation where it's like you're just maybe surrounded with people in fear or surrounded by people who think you're crazy and you're the only one who knows the truth. Whatever it is, it's like stay positive. They want you to stay positive and know that the worst of it is already been done. It's like I feel like a lot of us have shifted to a different timeline where things went very, very ugly down some other timeline, where things are happening much, much worse than they're happening for us right now. So you're on a different timeline and they just want you to stay positive about it so that you can ensure that you stay on the right timeline. Wow. So that luck will be in your corner. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. They are going to be wish fulfillment, you guys. You guys. Oh my gosh, positive energy surrounds you like that unicorn. It surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. Not scary stuff. You just may need to get out of a dark situation, or your masculine needs to get out of a dark situation. Either or. But once you guys are both in the light, once you guys come together, you've got, things going very quickly into something super awesome and balanced and fair. I feel like your masculine kind of feels like he did you wrong, and so he's going to do something to rectify the situation and make your dreams come true. How incredible is that? I can't even believe these cards. I was not anticipating all of this incredible news. I really wasn't. I mean, I thought that there would be some warnings and there's, some things like that, but no, you guys are good. You guys are good. Hopefully this really reassures you right now that everything's going to work out all right. Just you got to stay positive. Keep your vibration high. Know what's up, know the truth. Don't let anybody tell you that anything's wrong with you. Just go boldly forth where no man has gone before. I don't know why I said that, but have yourselves a beautiful day. Hopefully you got something out of this talk, and I will catch you next time I feel inspired to share one of these. Bye.
Hey, if you like my videos, please share, subscribe, and set your bell notifications on so you'll know the moment they come out. Also, don't forget that you can go to my website and order a personal reading at amysatori.com/services. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.